I'm going to drop this in a couple of times, but if you're watching on my TikTok, I've been, I'm not allowed to send messages anymore because one of my videos got really, really popular. TikTok now thinks that I'm a spam bot. So it's not letting me send any messages at the minute for the next 24 hours. So if you have messaged me on TikTok, then I am going to get back to you. But unfortunately, right now I'm blocked. So this is my way of expressing that frustration to you guys. But if you, hey, Anna, how are you? If you guys want to message me, if you need to have a chat, if you voted on my poll this morning, actually, you can head over to my Instagram, which is attached to my profile on the top there. Have it. You can click on that and head over to Instagram where I am able to send messages, and we can have a little chat there. So yeah, if you're waiting for a message from me, it's because I'm not allowed to send messages anymore on TikTok. So let's get on with it. So what is gymtimidation? Okay, so first of all, gymtimidation is gym intimidation. So, like if you guys currently go to the gym, obviously you were a first timer as well, and it's really daunting. Some people like struggle with it forever, but it's really daunting to be like, I'm going to go into this gym, and the perception as a woman is it's going to be full of like really big roid head men. The girls are going to be really, really skinny. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to look stupid. People are going to laugh at me. I'm going to really make a fool of myself. I'm going to embarrass myself. And then I'm going to die of embarrassment. That's basically what people kind of think about themselves when they go into a gym. So there's like gym intimidation, and then there's like lack of confidence at the gym as well. So there's a couple of things that you can do to build your confidence up, and I'm going to share those with you as we go on through this live. But should you be intimidated at the gym? If you are intimidated at the gym or you experience those nerves, that anxiety, definitely put a like hand in the chat or in the comment section so I can see you and I can talk to you and give you a little bit of a hand through this. So why it shouldn't exist. When you go into gyms, now I've been to many gyms. I've taught at gyms, I've had classes, I've had one-to-one personal training clients. And before I was qualified and before that, I was going to the gym like all of the time. So I'm very versed in different gyms and I know how intimidating it can be. So I've had the experience firsthand, and I've also had clients come to me at the gym physically. And then, of course, when I moved online, a lot of my clients now, they're nervous to get started. They want the results. They are desperate to be lifting weights, but they don't know what they're doing and they're afraid. So should you be intimidated? I would argue no, and I'll explain why. You're probably thinking it's easy for you to say, Faye, because you've been going to the gym for years. But I'm going to tell you a couple of stories throughout this little live as well. I'm going to tell you some little stories of my experience, from maybe last year and very recently within the last week. I also had a bit of a story to tell you guys. So in my experience, people at gyms, the majority of people did not come out of the womb lifting weights, okay? The majority of people had to be new at some point. So everybody should have experienced some sort of gym anxiety. And to be honest, if they never did, they're not the kind of people you want to be around anyway. But when you go to the gym, people do not watch you. They don't watch you because they're too busy focusing on themselves. Girls, if you're scared about men like being big and in the weight section, like looking at you and judging you, I'm telling you, men are too busy looking at themselves in the mirror to worry about you. Okay. And to be honest, girls are the same as well. Like you got these girls in their like Gymshark matching outfits, got a cute little blue top, cute little blue shorts or trousers or whatever, and they literally do not even see you. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but we're scared of nothing. Okay, people don't care. So the other thing is, if someone does see you, or if you approach somebody, if you were struggling to adjust the machine or you couldn't find something, you would definitely be absolutely safe and confident asking someone at the gym, because they just want other people to win as well. The majority of people want other people at the gym to win. Now, I will say that being a woman, I have had in the past a few different, don't want to call them enemies or rivals, but definitely at the gym, where you kind of like, if you go to the gym, you probably know what I'm talking about. When you see someone and you kind of act like you don't see them, and you know that they've seen you and they're acting like they haven't seen you as well. So you're kind of doing this like dance of awkwardness, like, I don't want to see you kind of thing, because you're not looking at them. Even if you were, you're actively trying to avoid them. So the majority of people at the gym want you to win. So if you go up and ask someone, how do you use this? Or if someone's got like a really nice pair of arms, you could go and ask them like, okay, girl or guy, whatever, your arms look really, really good. Can you just tell me a couple of exercises that I can do to get arms like you? Or, how did you get a pull-up? I can see you there doing pull-ups. You look really strong. I wish I could do a pull-up. What exercises can I do to get to where you are? Guys, I don't know about you, but a compliment is really nice to hear. So if someone comes to me and says like, oh, Faye, you're doing pull-ups there, and I just really want to be able to do one, so can you please help me? I'd be like, absolutely, like 100%. I would definitely, well, thank you first of all. I probably start to blush a little bit, feel like a little bit embarrassed, and then I would definitely just give them some advice. And then probably what happens, because I've done this before, is that you kind of build up, I wouldn't say like a friendship, but like a little bit of a gym bromance, whether it's with a girl or a guy. Yeah, definitely. Like, I've got someone in the comments here on TikTok. So definitely, yeah, ask somebody. People love to be complimented, and people like to feel useful as well. As human beings, we want to be part of a tribe. We want to be together. We want to help people. Like, it's in our nature to want other people to succeed and want to help people. Obviously, I'm going to put like a caveat there. There are some assholes in the world. They obviously don't want you to win, but they can screw off. Like, we don't care about that. So my experience, I did a live on this like last April or May, I think it was. So yeah, last year. So obviously when we're traveling, we go to a different country every single month. So when it comes to gyms, we go to different gyms every single month in different countries. Some of these countries do not speak English. So you can imagine, not only now, if I was intimidated, am I intimidated to go to a gym? It's a new gym that I have never been in before, with people that I've never seen before, that speak a totally different language to me. And I don't mean Spanish, where you kind of like, I kind of understand a little bit here, or French, I can pick up a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm speaking like Croatian, Bosnian, like any random one. So for me, you'd think it would be more intimidating, but other people might then say, but you don't know anyone there, you're foreign. I'm foreign, basically. So you haven't got anything to worry about. But the same applies, guys. Like, whatever country you're in at the minute, people don't know you. The majority of people don't know you. And if they do know you, they probably want you to succeed. So definitely go in and don't worry about it. So my experience when I'm walking into a new gym, I have definitely, I remember texting Cam, so my partner Cam, he was out on the gym floor and I was like sat in the changing rooms. I was like, do you know, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm feeling a little bit anxious. I'm feeling a bit like, a bit nervous about going out there. It's like full, this one in particular is full of men. There was no like little corners that you can go and like hide in or try and like get a bit of a feel for the place. It was just open everywhere. And it was one of those gyms that had like old bodybuilders kind of guys. So I sucked it up and I went out anyway. I didn't know where things were. So this is another thing people worry about. Like, what if I can't find, like, what if I don't know what this is, or I can't find that? Literally, I just pretend. Sometimes, like, when I start a new gym, I pretend I'm looking for something. I'm not. I'm just looking around. And just to try and get, like, a lay of the land. So I'll literally walk around and be like, oh, is it over here? No. Is it over here? No. God forbid if someone asked me what I was looking for, I'd have to make something up. But they haven't so far, because people aren't looking at you. So my experience, yeah, don't worry about it. So people aren't looking at you, but if they are, I'm gonna tell you about a story that happened to me last week. So I was squatting at the gym, and obviously I haven't squatted for a while. I haven't been at a gym for 6 weeks or something like that. And I was squatting, and some guy come up to me and he said, let me tell you a different one, actually. I'll tell you that one another time. I'll tell you in a minute. But a couple of years ago, when I first started, a guy walked up to me when I was deadlifting and said to me, excuse me. And I was like, I put my headphones on. Wow. He was like, I don't mean to be rude, but that's a little bit heavy for someone like you. And he obviously meant a woman. You just gotta I'm gonna probably lose a lot of followers for the next statements I'm gonna say. But sometimes you just gotta let men just live out their ego and just fucking let them pretend you're listening, pretend you give a shit what they say, or you don't actually. So I just let this guy talk to me. Yeah, whatever. So I know what I'm about to tell you is not the first time this has happened. That's what I'm basically getting to. So I was at the gym, I was squatting. This guy comes up to me, he says, excuse me. I'm like, what? Like, I've got headphones in for a reason, piss off and leave me alone. And he says, how long have you been squatting for? And I was caught off guard by this question. I was like, oh my God, how old am I? When did I start? What is life? Like, couldn't think of anything. So I was like, he was like, a little while. And I was like, yeah, a little while. Now I remember it's been like 10 plus years. Okay. So he's like, yeah, you're not doing it right. And I was like, excuse me. He's like, yeah, you're not squatting right. And I was like, right. Okay. So I can either go into an explanation here of why everybody's biomechanics are wrong, are different. So some person's wrong might be someone else's right. Or I could just let him live out his ego a little bit. Okay. I said, all right then. And he's like, yeah, you're leaning forward too much and your bum is doing this and then that. And I was like, he's like, take it with a pinch of salt. I was like, I bloody will. Please piss off. But yeah, he carried on and on and on. So then I said to him, look, I've got a spine issue. I've got scoliosis. So my spine just kind of does this. I also have hypermobility and I'm carrying a ton of injuries. Not to mention the fact that biomechanics, everybody's different. If you've got longer legs, your squat is going to look different to if you've got a longer torso. So he was like, oh, well, yeah, I understand that. But if anyone says, I understand that, but they mean, fuck everything you've just said. Like, I'm just going to ignore that. And I'm going to continue to preach at you. So I just let him get on with it. Let him say about his life, his bodybuilding background, this, that, everything, how he's got a bad back and whatever. And I just got on with it. He said, you should lower the weights. And I said, okay, then. And he left and I put some weights on. Not out of spite, but because I know where I am able to lift and where I'm able to lift comfortably and safely as well. Now, bear in mind, like I said, I've been lifting for like 10 years or something. If you guys have just started and someone comes up to you, like that could have put me off. I could have been like, oh my God, I'm never squatting again. It must be terrible if some guy has the audacity to come up to me and tell me I'm doing something wrong. I must be really, doing something dangerous. Really, guys, it was like an ego trip for him. So I don't want any of you to be worried about people come up to you at the gym. If they do, which, I've had 2 people in my life come up to me and say I'm doing something wrong or it's too heavy for someone like me in 10 years, just fucking let them talk. God alive. They must be very lonely, very sad if they feel like they need to justify their life by telling you you're wrong. So anyway, that's my recent story. So if you are feeling a bit like nervous, like, oh, okay, Faye, I know I should be going into the gym. I know I should be lifting weights, but I still feel like a little bit intimidated. I've got some tips for you. So number 1, act confident. Act like you're there every single day, like it is your second home and you're just browsing. Like, I own this place. Like if you go into a car dealership and you're like, it's really expensive cars. And you're like, oh my God, I haven't got the money for this. you start to look a bit shifty, your security guard follows you around a little bit. You're going to draw attention to yourself. Whereas if you walked in and you were like, I can afford any of these that I bloody want, I could afford 3 if I wanted to, you're going to draw less attention to yourself unless you're like wafting, fanning yourself with $50 bills or whatever. So go in and act confident, act like you do this every single day, act like you know what you're doing, even if you don't. Second thing is get on a treadmill and just walk. This is what I program for a lot of my clients when they are very, very nervous about going to the gym. I get them to go to the gym, just walk on the treadmill, get the lay of the land. So just walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes, look around, see all the dumbbells are over there, the kettlebells are over there, the barbells are over there, the rowers over there, wherever, just for you to get a bit more confidence. So next time, or in 2 weeks' time or wherever, you could be like, okay, I know where the kettlebells are. I'm just going to do like a little kettlebell workout now. So go in there with the intention to just get the lay of the land. No one's going to laugh at you for walking on the treadmill, just walking. People do not care. Move from that to like a hybrid. So what I recommend for my clients, if they're nervous about going to the gym, is they go to the gym on the treadmill for 20 minutes 3 times a week or whenever they can. And then after like a week or 2 weeks, when they're feeling a little bit more confident, I then get them to do a treadmill walk with 10 squats every minute or something like that. So they get off, they do 10 body weight squats, don't need any equipment for it. And they start to get comfortable with moving at the gym. Once they do that, maybe next time they will get a kettlebell and do goblet squats, or a dumbbell and do goblet squats. Maybe after that, they'll do squats and lunges, or squats and a plank, for example. So it's about getting more comfortable and getting into a bit more of a routine, and not worrying about moving at the gym. So after that, the other things you can do as well is wear something that you feel comfortable in. Sometimes I'll go to the gym and I'll just wear like a sports bra and some shorts. Sometimes I'll wear sports bra and like a t-shirt or like a strap top or something and leggings. Sometimes I'll wear leggings and a hoodie. So I just wear whatever I feel like wearing. I'm not one of these girls. Like, I find it really weird at the minute. Sorry if you're one of these people that are wearing like really, really, really short shorts and a really baggy t-shirt. I just don't really understand it. Hey, Georgina from South Africa. Welcome. So like if you don't feel comfortable in like a giant baggy t-shirt, don't go because that's the fashion of the minute and wear a baggy t-shirt. If you don't feel comfortable in shorts, don't go and buy a pair of booty shorts because, you know, the little crack thing goes up your ass and makes it look bigger. Like, if you're going to be paranoid, pulling that wedge out of your ass every 5 minutes, don't wear it. Wear something that you feel comfortable in, because no one cares what you're wearing. And then headphones. Like I say, a lot of the time, people will not come up to you if you've got headphones in. A lot of people wear these like giant headphones, and it's like obvious, do not disturb me. Personally, I just wear little earbuds and hope that people don't come up to me. When you've got a resting bitch face like I do, you tend not to get too many people coming up to you anyway. But yeah, put some headphones on and get a playlist. You could listen to a podcast, I guess. A playlist that you really like, that's really going to motivate you to keep going and to block out the sounds. Even if you haven't got music on, just chuck your headphones in. I do it as well. Like, I'm just like, my batteries are dead. I'm just like, I'm wearing these so no one comes up to me. Like, you can definitely just do that as well. And one of the most important things you can do is to go in with a plan. So don't go in and be like, oh, what's free? What's available? Or I don't know how to use that. Or I'll just walk on the treadmill and then I'll just see what's available and just leave. Because you're going to look unconfident because you haven't got a plan. You're going to look panicked. You're going to look a bit lost. So then obviously that's going to make you feel more insecure and more self-conscious. Self-conscious. And it's going to like damage your relationship with the gym as well. I people watch on the treadmill, see what other people are doing, so I know how to use the other equipment. That's a good shout, Tay. So like, although some people Some people you don't want to be copying what they use the equipment for. But yeah, a lot of the time, like if you are having a walk on the treadmill and you can see someone using the lat pull down, you're like, oh, I don't really know how to use that. What are they doing? Make sure 2 or 3 people do it, and then you can be like, yeah, okay, that's how you use it. So yeah, definitely people watch, put a podcast in, put some Netflix on your phone, just walk and have a little nose around. But yeah, go in with a plan, and the plan should be progressive as well. So what I see a lot of people doing are 2 things. First thing is they go in and say, I have to confuse the body, so I'm going to do something different every single day. I'm going to see whatever's free, which obviously is unstructured. It's not going to help you. I'm going to see whatever's free. I'm just going to do this and then that. Oh, I did that one yesterday, so I'm not going to do that today, and whatever. And I did that last week, and they just throw in random workouts together. That's not going to help you long term or short term, really, to be honest. In fact, it's going to like put you in a bad place. And then the second thing that I see lots of people do is like do the same thing. So I'll get a new client. I'll be like, okay, so what's your gym routine look like at the minute? They say, I do X, Y, and Z. I do this weight for 10, this weight for 10, this weight for 10, this weight for 10. And I'm like, how long have you done that for? And they're like, I don't know, like 6 months. You need to change your workouts. You need to change your workouts or your rest period or the weight or the exercises or the order. Like you have to change something. Not every single day, not every single week, not every single set, but you do have to go through phases in order for you to get to where you want to be. Okay, so you do need this plan, and it needs to be progressive so you can be where you want to be in a few months' time, instead of just winging it and throwing shit against the wall and hoping that it sticks, which is what a lot of people do. So I hope this was helpful, guys. To reiterate, Gymtimidation is when you're intimidated in the gym, you haven't got any confidence, the gym bros are freaking you out, the gym girls and their matching outfits are making you feel really self-conscious. Everyone is going to be super nice. If you ask, even the people that you think are pretending not to see you, even though you see them pretending not to see you, like even if you spoke to them, they would want to help you. Okay, it's just in our nature. And people love to show off their knowledge as well. Like that guy that came up to me and he was like, well, this, as if I haven't got a bloody clue. Like people just want to talk. People just want to talk about their life, whatever. They just want to feel useful, to let them, especially if they're man, just let them. Yes, so everyone gets intimidated. Sometimes I go to gyms and I'm like, what the flip does this button do? Like, how the hell do you use this machine? Totally normal. I've done it for like 10 years and still machines, I'm like, don't know. And what you'll also find is as well is like people that are good coaches or good personal trainers, they will often have a coach or personal trainer themselves, like myself, for example, and I send my videos to my coach in whatever field I'm doing it in, and they will critique and come back. So I'm always getting better. I'm always learning. People that are too good for coaches or too good for personal trainers or above it all are probably the people with the worst habits and the worst form. So if you are going to get a PT or a coach, just make sure that they are the kind of person that is always learning as well, because science changes all the time as well. And then your hacks: act confident, like you know what the hell you're doing. It's your house. Go on the treadmill first. Be like Tay and people watch to see what other people are doing. Once you've got comfortable with the lay of the land, go on the treadmill, then do your squats or whatever. Then wear something you feel confident in, obviously. Make sure you're not wearing something like those tiny booty shorts that go up your bum and then you're like pulling it out all the time. Wear your headphones, even if there's no music playing, and go in with a plan that you're familiar with before you actually get there, so you're not having a panic. So I hope this is useful, guys. Again, on TikTok, if you're waiting for a message from me, I've been banned from sending messages because that video that went viral yesterday blew up, and now TikTok thinks I'm a bot. So I'm no longer allowed to send messages. So you can head over to my Instagram where I'm not banned. I'm also not live at the minute. The link is on the top of my profile. You can go over to there. Just message me saying TikTok, and then we can have a conversation there, because I'm going to be banned for like 24 hours. So no fun. I did also put the part 2 of that video up because I know that people wanted it. So that went up today. Head over to my profile. It is on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook. It is across the board, so you can have a little look at that. But yeah, guys, have a fantastic evening. Hope your Tuesday has gone well. And if you need anything from me at all, just let me know and I'll speak to you soon.